Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child.
Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision. Hi, everybody. Today is March 11th, 2016, and I always like to say the date because if you miss the shows on UBN, you can get them on char.net. I have my own YouTube channel on char.net, so you are welcome to binge watch anytime you want. Now, I want to make one comment about Nancy Reagan and send my condolences. I'm sure all of us watching and CharVision feel the sadness of her passing, but how wonderful that she's back with her husband again because they were so in love. The most wonderful thing about Nancy Reagan, if you don't know it, is that she helped run our country with an astrologer. Her name was Jean Dixon, and she was not afraid to talk about it. She was not afraid to use astrology. How wonderful is that? That's probably why our world was probably in a better place than when Reagan was president, right? I wish our leaders would use astrology more often and intuition and psychic things, and I'm sure one day they will. I don't know if it'll be in my lifetime, but hopefully they'll read my books and do it the right way. And speaking of books, I have a wonderful guest today. Her name is Candy Hough, and you're fascinating.
Thank you.
Really fascinating. Candy is a Reiki healer. Reiki, is it Reiki or Reiki? Reiki healer. And amongst other things, she also is an expert on walk-ins. She herself has experienced being a walk-in. Do you know will you tell us what that is?
Absolutely. A walk-in happens as a result of a person on the earth plane who can't keep their life force energy going anymore. They're in such pain, they're in such trauma that not consciously but unconsciously they would ask God to be released from their contract early. Now, just asking this in theory doesn't mean that you're going to go through with it in practice, but the former soul was in such pain and suffering, and she was anorexic. She tried to commit suicide twice, and she just asked over and over and over. Life was just too hard for her. And so we on the other side don't like to see anybody interminably go through pain and suffering. And so a walk-in, an advanced spiritual soul on the other side would come over to this person in their sleep state and say, please don't get rid of the body, because it's absolutely tantamount, ever since the harmonic convergence of 1987, for as many people to hold as light as possible for the ascension of the planet and the raising of the consciousness. And so I came to her in her sleep state for about 2.5 years, and then she decided that she wanted to walk out and go up to God with honors, or go to God with honors, and then I walked into the body.
And when that other person, I don't even want to say her name because I know you're uncomfortable with it. And
Claire
it's
Candy.
Okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. When she went to the other side, did she go to the white light?
No.
What
She
exactly happened?
She was in such trauma that she could not go through her life review, and so she went to Spirit Hospital. And because she was in such...
I believe there are hospitals over there.
Yes, and she was cocooned, and she was wrapped, and she was sung to with the angelic language of light to try to bring up her energies. It took her in Earth years, 10 years, to do that, and she wasn't allowed to, or her vibrational energy wasn't high enough.
Right.
Until 2013. And you know what's interesting?
That's amazing.
You know what's interesting, Char? When she came out, she wanted back in the body big time.
Oh, she did.
Yep, she wanted.
Because she realized.
She wanted my twin flame Pete. She wanted my life. She wanted my healing practice.
How
How
did you get
I
her
just put
out of there?
I just put my foot down and I said no. I said,
okay, so I want to explain to our listeners exactly what we're talking about. Okay, so you're talking to me like I really understand all this, and I do understand some of it. But we all have a soul in our, we are souls with bodies. We are not bodies with souls. And so we are souls with bodies. And Candy's body inhabited another soul before she was Candy.
right.
And so I've heard about this before. I'm very open to learning and understanding. I don't know everything. I'm always learning along with everybody at home watching. Excuse me. So that soul was a troubled soul and a suffering soul, and it needed help. So the soul went to heaven, where there's hospitals and there's schools and there's all kinds of healing that goes on. And I know this to be true because I know when I've read for people and I pick up on their spirit, loved ones in spirit who maybe were drug addicts or committed suicide. They go to the hospital on the other side, and they go to schools and they learn and they grow. But what's fascinating about Candy is that she literally is a living person in a soul that came into a new body, someone else's body, when the other body couldn't handle life. So the other body did not commit suicide, but the other soul decided to go to the spirit world and get healing and help. And Candy is now in this body. Did I explain it all right?
Actually, Angel Ariel is in the body, as I come from the angelic realm.
Okay, Angel Ariel is in the body.
Walk-ins can be of 4 different types. The one that most people will know are the hierarchic walk-ins, like Jesus. He was the ascended Master Lord Sananda,
right,
and came in. Saint Germain became Christopher Columbus. Whenever there's more light on the planet, we often see these hierarchic ascended masters come in human form.
It's fascinating. I got goosebumps. It's fascinating.
Okay, the other ones are star seeds, come from different planets like Sirius, Orion, Andromeda, or Arcturus,
right,
and they come in. It can be, it's not just somebody who wants to come in for another walk around the block.
Right.
A stroll around the planet.
It's a higher level energy to help the earth.
Absolutely, and their mission is to come back and be of service to humanity.
And so you've come back to help the earth on a much higher level, and you've written 2 books. That's what earlier when I was saying, speaking of authors, she has 2 really special books. And what are the names of the books?
Actually,
I Am an Angelic Walk-In?
The first book that I published in 2009 was Angels of Faith. That was based on my 2 near-death experiences.
Okay.
The one that was brought out last year was One True Home Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness, which was based on my 5 most important past lives and my lives in between those incarnations, as I built each life on the former incarnation at what I learned and didn't learn, and it was the arc of going to the physical, across the veil, then coming in again.
That's fascinating.
And coming, yes, and then meeting my twin flame, who is Kyle, and then
is that him?
Yes. The next
he's a handsome, nice man.
He is. No.
You guys can't see him, but he's right next to her. I don't think he goes too far from her.
He's extraordinary. He's my beloved twin flame. And then I Am an Angelic Walk-In is the sequel to One True Home Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. I don't want to tell any spoilers, but
is that the one coming out in April?
That's the one coming out in April, which is, and well, I want to say mid to the end of April.
Of 2016. 2016 April. Look for, and where will they find this book?
They'll find it on my website,
Give us your website.
www.angelhealinghouse.com, which is my business, Angel Healing House, and also on Amazon.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Okay? And so I Am an Angelic Walk-In is the true story, is the autobiographical journey that Angel Ariel, who was in service to the divine, I was a spiritual teacher, I did not want to come back, and the Etheric Council asked me if I would come back, but I had only one stipulation, because I didn't want to come back to this lunacy of a planet, which, you know, you see what's going on.
I understand that.
And I said my only stipulation was that I would have my twin
Have your twin
flame in a very short amount of time. And
you did.
It was 9 months later at a Come As Your Favorite Rock Star party.
It's almost like a pregnancy, like it took 9 months.
It was 9 months later at a Come As Your Favorite Rock Star party. I went as Stevie Nicks, and the only Elvis out of about 100 people turned up. And when Pete came in, he knew lots of people on the right, but I was at a stragglers table. And somebody said, "Yo, Elvis is in the house, grab a chair." He grabbed the chair, put it by me. The next 5 hours we were still talking, and 5 days later he asked to marry me.
Wait, can we show Peter's face, handsome face?
Of course.
You know, the only reason I think it's just so beautiful and so dear the way these two are. And when she was talking about it, he literally had tears in his eyes.
Oh.
It was so sweet. So loving, so dear.
I can't do what I do on the earth plane without Pete.
I understand
my in-breath is his out-breath's my in-breath, and this is just, yeah.
I understand that.
I've written books. He's in the film industry. The Twin Flame mission is to bring them together, write the scripts, do that. He doesn't like to be on camera. And then
well, I thank you for doing that then, if you don't like to. But I appreciate it because I was watching him, and I was watching his eyes, and I was watching your eyes, and they both had tears in your eyes. And I'm like, oh, my God, I'm going to start crying. It's so lovely.
Yeah, and so that's the Twin Flame mission. It's very, don't get me wrong, a Twin Flame mission is very romantic. But we know it is driven by a triad, and the triad is God at the top, and the divine masculine, and the divine feminine, like Jesus and Mary Magdalene.
I understand.
And they come together for a higher purpose.
Okay, and so what is the name of yours again? I know you told me, but
The name of?
Your angel.
Oh, Angel Ariel.
Ariel. And does Peter have an angel?
No, well, when he's across the veil, he's Kyle.
He's Kyle.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about the work that you do.
Okay. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I teach Reiki. I do incorporate crystal bowl sound healing along with my...
Crystal bowls?
Yeah, crystal bowls.
I just did that for the first time. I love that.
That just resonates in people's souls along with the angelic Reiki that I do. People just are vibrating on the table, and they say
unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. Yeah,
it's unbelievable. It balances your chakras, everybody. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, people don't want to get off the table.
Have you ever been to the Integratron?
We're going soon.
You've got to go.
Some friends of ours, we're waiting for them.
I'm just telling you, you've got to go.
Yeah, so that's what I do. I also do intuitive counseling. I help people with being in spiritual service to the divine. I remember everything from across the veil when I walked in, and I help people to see their lives from an angelic perspective, from that higher perspective. So you remember
all the wisdom.
Yes.
And then you bring it here
and actually,
share it.
It's in that book, One True Home Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness, because in each one of the times where I crossed over, the wisdom that the Etheric Council speaks to Ariel between the different incarnations that she has. My workbook will be coming out, the One True Home Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness workbook, because people have said they've read the book 2, 3, 4 times, and each time they go through, there's more spiritual wisdom that they can garner from it. And they say it's just such an extraordinary teaching tool as well.
And do you know all the lifetimes that you lived?
I speak about the 5 most important ones because I grew the most in those, and they were a lot of them were filled with hardship. I mean, I was killed by the church, destroyed when I was a healer 14th century Scotland because I was empowering the serfdom where I lived, and they didn't like that, to take their power away. I was a captured African American slave off the west coast of Africa and taken across the horrendous Middle Passage to work the tobacco fields.
Is it really real for you when you see these lifetimes?
Yes.
It's like you're living
yes.
them, right?
In fact, when I came in, again, a spoiler, I was burnt at the stake in 14th century Scotland, and when I came in, I could see my ankles were blue, and I could smell my flesh. I don't that dissipated, but I don't experience that anymore. But the 3 other lifetimes were when I was Egyptian princess, and my favorite life when I was a courtesan in Venice, Italy.
Oh, wow.
I was a very high-priced whore, and it was not because I was spreading my legs. It was because
You were so smart.
I was able to be educated.
And you could manipulate and...
Oh, boy, was
and
I
you could
great.
help
But
people.
also because I was betting very high-ranking men.
Right.
I had to be educated, and you
Right.
had access to the libraries, and it was just such a beautiful life.
That's amazing.
It was amazing. That was
and
my favorite
do you remember
life.
Peter from the other lifetimes?
I remember one of the most cherished lifetimes was 32,000 years ago when we were keepers of a sacred well in Australia, in the Kimberley region of Australia. We were
Oh, how
Aborigines,
beautiful.
and we had 16 children.
Have you been there since?
Oh, well, I lived a great part of my life in Australia.
And have you gone to those wells?
Not yet.
You need to do that.
I know we do. We need to.
You
we
guys
need to go up.
You guys have things to do.
Go up the deep. Oh, we will. The deep north, they call it.
Yeah.
And so to revisit that.
Now, you also talk about having near-death experiences.
Yes.
So, when did you have your near-death experiences? As Ariel or?
No. This I have the memory imprint of the former Claire Candy.
Okay.
And so it's like a computer chip, and I remember everything. But what she experienced when she was 5 years old in her kindergarten playground was when she was running across the gravel to get into line as it was after recess. We were supposed to line up by the flagpole, and she tripped and she hit her head, and I still have the scar there, and went straight into the cement corner and crumpled, rose above my body, looked down, and then was tugged, my Swedish word, schlepped into the darkness, and then there was a pinprick of light which picked me up and then took me to the light. And then when I came in the light, I was always very afraid of the dark as a child. And then I looked, and then I saw a figure coming to me, which was my grandmother Clara, which was my mother's mother, and which was strange because my grandmother Clara, oh, I can hear her laughing, my grandmother Clara died from tuberculosis when my own mother was 2.5 years of age. I never saw her, I never met her, but we knew each other. And she said, kneel down, and we kneeled as if we were on a cloud looking over, and I saw a little girl on the ground with blood around her head,
was you.
and people running around madly trying to help. And I snuggled into my grandmother, and I said, oh, well, I said, that girl is hurt, but I'm okay. And my grandmother pushed me away, and she said, Claire, she said, it's not your time to come to us yet. You'll have to go back. And I felt absolutely devastated. But she kissed me on the forehead, and in that second, I woke up in the doctor's office as the last stitches were stitched into my head.
Wow. I have a question.
Yes.
Your family, when you were Claire, do they understand this?
My mother is extraordinarily psychic. She's good Romanian stock, gypsy stock, but it was never really... The words clairvoyant or psychic were not used.
Did they take it personally?
Did they take what
Your
personally?
mom, that you were Candy and not Claire?
Oh, no. Well, you know,
she understands.
She understands.
Good.
She understands. They might not understand the term walk-in,
right,
and all of that ramification. But love is love.
That's true. And there's nothing more powerful.
And there is nothing more powerful in the world than love.
And then you had a second near-death experience.
That's when I drowned when I was almost 15 years of age. Very, very briefly, we were summering in Montauk, and I have 2 younger brothers. It was my whole family and the nanny. We went to Montauk. My parents that morning had a luncheon at the Montauk Golf and Racquet Club, and I wanted to go to the beach with my friend, and they said, no, the storms are coming in. And of course, being a teenager, what do? As soon as the parents leave, you grab your towels angels, and you go in the water. And my friend was always so much larger than me, and she was out, and so I decided to go out further than I really should have. And I took my eyes off the waves, and this big wave crested over me, came down and squashed me like a pair of bellows into the ground. The life went out of me, and I rose above my body again, and I looked down and saw my your body like a rag doll, and I felt schlepped into the tunnel again. Except this time it was familiar. This time, when I came out the other side, there was an angel standing there, tall shard of light. They leant down, as my angelic family is called the posse of angels, and many times they will lean down and touch their head to my head as a sign of respect. And they said, come, we'll take you on this journey of remembrance that you must remember so that you can help other people. We went to a reunion, and I saw my grandparents, which both crossed over, but they didn't look dead. I saw my pets as well. And then from there, we went to the My Life's Review, which was like a flip.
They say we all have that when we die,
holographic flip
when
review.
When we pass over, we all review our lives.
And, I saw from birth to death. But the most interesting thing that I thought when I was watching it was that every time I was kind and sweet to somebody, every time I was loving, I felt what my actions elicited in them. But every time, I was, as a child, I could be very vengeful, I could be very duplicitous, I could be not so sweet, and then I felt what my actions felt, and brought them to.
What age were you then when Candy arrived?
What age was I when...
When Claire left and Candy came?
47 and a half. Don't forget the half.
Well, wait. You look like you're 35, so you have gorgeous skin. Seriously? This woman's beautiful.
I just turned 60 in October.
You did not. Okay. You look
Come to me, and you can look this way, too.
You look, that's amazing. You look amazing.
Well, I often say, if you have love and you have that peace inside of you, it just regenerates like a wellspring.
It's from the inside out. It's true.
That's what happens. But I also want to tell you what happened to Claire Candy when she fronted the Etheric Council when she
was 15 and drowned.
When she was 15 and drowned.
Tell me.
So she went in front of the Etheric Council, and they went, "Oh, you're back. You're back so soon." And I said, "Yes." And they went, "Oh, well, just sign here and you'll go back." And I understood then that I had a choice to go back. I didn't at the age of 5.
Right.
And
but now you did.
I have a choice. I'm not going back. And they went, whoa, wait. Look here, you're going to get married. And I said, I don't care. I ain't going back. Nobody understands me. Nobody understands, my spirituality. And no. There are going to be 2 kids here. You got to go back.
Did you have 2 kids?
I said, I don't care. No. In the future, you're going to get married and then have the 2 kids.
But did that happen?
And then, I said, I don't care. I don't want to go back. And they said, okay. And it's like they put their heads together and they were quiet. And then they said, you know what? If you don't go back, this is going to kill your parents.
Oh.
And all the bravado just melted out of me, and I went, oh no. And they said, I said, okay, I'll sign, and I signed, and I went back. And then I found myself in the surf, and I went, and was spewing up water, but...
And who saved your body?
No, well, I saved my body. I just was able to catch my breath, and then, but my girlfriend knew nothing of this because in heaven's time, it's nothing. It's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's no time.
They don't understand time in heaven. Everybody. When I do readings and stuff,
exactly.
They really have no idea. I could do a reading. They'd go on for 3 hours if I let them.
Yeah.
They don't. The spirits have no.
2 things when people ask me is they have, especially those that haven't lived lives on the earth plane, they don't understand time and they don't understand money. People keep on saying, I don't have enough money, and they keep saying, but abundance is your nature. You're abundant. You are pure potential from God's spirit.
That's pretty funny.
And they said, but we don't understand the green stuff. It doesn't come from this plane. It comes from God. It's like, you've been gifted with this. So it's interesting.
That is fascinating. Wow. And how many people on Earth right now do you think are walk-ins?
When I ask the posse of angels, they say close to about 1 million, and they say more are coming.
But they're walk-ins, and they're having angels come in to try to save the Earth? Or are they? Could there be walk-ins that are low-level things? I don't mean to go there. But
No. But they're walk-ins, highly advanced. Okay,
souls good. That's so good to know because
to lift each walk-in.
Because there are people who are possessed.
Oh yes.
With negative crap. This is a totally different movie, guys. This is a totally different movie.
This is not possession at all because it has nothing to do with the advanced spiritual soul. If the person on the earth plane doesn't commit 100% to this, it doesn't happen.
Right.
It doesn't happen. So
right.
It's and it's a contract, and then you plan an intersection episode. A lot of times it'll happen in an accident where the only person that walks away from a plane crash is somehow changed, or during a surgery. It could be during a near death. Mine happened during a very deep meditation.
And I know you worked on a documentary with children.
Yes, the
indigo children.
Yes, the children of the rainbow.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
The indigos, the bulk of the indigos, about 80% of them were born between about they will be between the ages of 19 and 35 now. So the last indigos were being born around 1994. They're young adults now, and they were born with a higher vibrational frequency in that they can detect when somebody's lying. They came back to buck the system. So many of them have been mislabeled as attention deficit.
Wait, are those the millennials? No.
No, well, yeah, they're on the border, kind of, because they're the ages of 19 to 35. Gen X. There you go.
Generation X. Okay, but then isn't there another breed of child?
Yes, 94 to 2005 were the crystal children.
Yeah, and what do they do?
They came in, a lot of them didn't speak until they were about 2.5, 3 years of age because they were so telepathic, and they were very sensitive and very psychic children. And the children of the rainbow are like that little, well, she's not so little anymore, but that like Jackie Evancho, who was singing opera at the age of 4, and that girl who sings exactly, she's channeling Billie Holiday, at 7 years of age.
That's amazing.
These children,
they have the memory of the past lives of their gifts.
That's right, and they have no karma. They come in knowing who they are, and they just present that to the world.
Why is it so important to raise the vibration of our planet right now?
Well, every time we raise the vibration of the planet, the frequency is aligned with those higher things of consciousness, like love and unity and acceptance and peace and harmony.
And do your angels feel that the work of healing the planet is getting done, or do they think there's a heck of a lot more work to do?
We don't see it as a timeline. We don't see it as there's so much that has to be done. We live in the present moment, and we do the best and leave the rest. Do whatever God presents you to be of best service, and then that's your part.
That's such a good attitude, and that's such a good lesson for everybody. My mom used to say that. Just do the best you can.
Everybody holds an integral piece of the planet, a puzzle piece, and if they just do that. If they just do that, it makes such an enormous difference to the planet. It's just, people don't understand, and they don't have to go across the world and save children. They don't have to do. It's not have to or should. It's the kindness and it's the intention behind whatever you're doing. The inclusive.
I think that is a beautiful way to complete this interview. You're lovely, and I really appreciate you sharing this, and you've got a lot of moxie to come out and talk about this in public, but I know it's your mission.
It is.
And I appreciate you being here to share it. Tell me again, people want to reach you, is it on the what? Okay,
Yeah,
so what is it again?
It's angelhealinghouse.com.
And people can come to you and get healing.
Yes, they can come to me and get healings, but I have international clients because it's distant healing because
Okay,
of the
good.
angelic Reiki and also the intuitive counseling. I also have my radio show, which is Angel Healing House Radio, which I
great.
just celebrated my fourth year of my weekly shows. And I do not have any guests because the Posse of Angels told me 4 years ago that it's only a platform to channel relevant
To share the
topics
knowledge.
for the first 20-25 minutes, and then I take calls globally from all over the world
That's
for the next
wonderful.
half an hour.
And how do people get that from your website?
Blog Talk Radio. Yeah, just go on angelhealinghouse.com,
Okay.
and all the information is on there.
Thank you so much. Good luck with your new book in April.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Okay,
I
lovely.
really appreciate it. And Peter, thanks for going on camera. Okay, don't go away. I'm going to read for someone live. I mean, I wouldn't read for a dead person, but she's alive, and I'm going to be doing a reading with her. Hey, everybody. You probably think I only do individual readings, but sometimes I get a message for everybody. And I wrote a poem that was channeled through me, and I'd like to read it to you. It's called Until We Meet Again by Char Margolis, a message from heaven. My work is done, it's time to leave. Know that I am also missing you as you grieve. I completed my karma on the earth, and now it is time for my rebirth. I'm flying with eagles and dancing on stars. Please know that I haven't gone far. The love we have will carry us through until the day I am again with you. What an amazing journey this passing over can be. I am in good company. I know you hurt, but please trust me. Our journey together is for eternity. So until the day our souls reunite, stay peaceful and well, and use your spirit's sight. I will bring you signs from up above, a butterfly, a bird, my sign of love. Don't worry about me. I'm in good hands. Stay strong, stay positive, and continue to pray. When it is your natural day to graduate from the earth, look for me in the bright white light. We have completed our purpose, and all will be right. This is handmade. It's signed by me. It's an affordable gift for any occasion. Just go to char.net and click on store. Thank you.
All right.
We're back. Okay. Wait, you didn't say hi to Sunny today, everybody. This is Sunny, and this is Drew.
Hey.
Hello. And Drew is gorgeous. My
I'll
God.
get her on in just 1 second.
Okay.
Don't hurry up.
Oh, you can't see her?
Not yet.
Okay.
Keep talking.
But anyway, I appreciate you allowing me to read for you and that you trust me to do this. So, I
No, I'm changing it.
Lisa's going, the camera's looking at me. Please, not me, not me.
It's not on her. We're just trying to change it, so just give me
Okay,
a second.
so, just be open about everyone living and deceased. If more than one person share the same name or initial, you'll let me know, okay?
Gotcha.
I want to say my prayer of protection only because I feel like I need to do this and get our energy together. And only goodness comes in. We ask the universal consciousness that holds the highest spiritual power of knowledge, wisdom, and truth to guide and protect us as we open ourselves, as we communicate with our guides and angels in the spirit world and tap into the wisdom of the universe. We respect this opportunity and take full responsibility to use this not for ego or controlling others, but with the pure intention of spreading love and healing life on this earth and beyond. Okay, first, I want to know, do you have any American Indian around you or in your family?
Yeah, on my.
Because I see ancestors who are they Cherokee, Blackfoot? I'm not sure.
It's Blackfoot, yeah.
Blackfoot?
Yeah.
I feel the energy of the Indians, and many people have American Indians as spirit guides because they were closest to the earth and they believed in the Holy, the spirit, the one. Somebody's coming in my head. I can't talk. Sorry. I'm also seeing. Is there an M somebody who starts with an M or A? That's family.
There's two M's.
Is there a Mary or Margaret?
There's a Margaret. Two Margarets.
Is that your grandma?
Yeah, Margaret Dorsey.
Are they deceased?
No, she's still living.
She's living. Both Margarets?
The other Margaret's my aunt. She's also still living.
Are they related?
Yeah, that my aunt's her.
Did one of
daughter.
them have an issue with circulation or diabetes?
My grandma, circulation.
Circulation.
Yeah.
Okay, because I feel it's very important to keep an eye on diet or health or I'm not allowed to give out medical advice, but to be on medicine. And then her husband must be deceased.
Yes.
Because he's here. I don't know his name, but I feel like your grandpa's here.
Yeah.
And where is there also either a J or W person? Or
J, my mom, Joyce.
Don't say names,
Okay.
Joyce. But your mom is living?
Yes.
Joyce, okay. And is there another J or G?
There's another J, my aunt.
No. Did you ever have a romance with a J or G?
No.
Okay, but your aunt is a J.
But
I don't think I'm mixed up with something.
my roommate's also a J.
Your roommate's a J.
We're really good friends.
Is this a female though?
Yes.
Is it J with an N in her name or an L?
There's an N at the end of her name.
Is it like Jean or Jacqueline or?
Oh, Jacqueline, that's my aunt.
Oh, I'm mixing that up. Where is she?
She's alive. We're not very close though.
Does she have an issue with the family?
Yeah.
I feel like somebody's telling me it's better to stay away from Jacqueline.
Okay.
That she would try to cause chaos and harm and hurt. Is that what she does?
That makes sense. Yep.
And are you doing anything with either acting or writing?
Both of those.
You're very good with writing.
Thank
as
you.
well. And I feel like you're very good with acting. Are you looking to perform?
Yes.
I feel like, did you get a new agent?
I don't have one yet.
You need a new agent, or I feel like you need a new manager or agent. I feel like you need someone to help you along. Do you do anything online?
Yeah.
Do you do internet stuff?
Yeah.
What do you do with it?
I do.
Do you host? Are you a host?
I do hosting and writing.
Okay, you're really good at this.
Thanks.
And the writing is really, really important, but I feel like you're going to invent a new something. Do you have a new kind of a blog or a new kind of a idea to share with people? I feel like you're going to do this.
Not necessarily an idea, but moving in a different direction.
Okay, well, something's going to help catapult your face out there more, your energy out there more, your being out there more. And are you supposed to take a trip, or stay in a hotel? Are you supposed to go somewhere where you're going to be staying in a hotel?
Not that I know of.
I feel like there's something coming up where you, June or May or June.
Okay, that would make sense. I'm graduating.
You're graduating.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's and a celebration would make sense, but I see staying at a hotel. And is there anyone south around your family? Like New Orleans or?
Oh, yeah.
Is anyone in New Orleans?
Yes.
Or Florida?
Mm-hmm, both.
Yeah, and would you, do you have, are your grandmas there?
No, but they're from there.
They're from there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense to me. I feel like there's going to be people gathering together.
Okay.
I don't know. People who were from New Orleans or Florida, I don't know. I feel like there's spirits in here that are saying people are going to get... And who's Robert? Or
Oh my God, that's my grandpa.
He's deceased,
He
right?
just died 2 weeks ago.
Oh, well, he must be very strong because he's here right now and he's very powerful. And he they're all in my mouth. I can't talk. I can't speak that fast. I can't speak as fast as the thoughts are coming. He's so excited that he's here. And is Margaret his wife?
No.
Who's Margaret to him?
Margaret's on my dad's side.
Oh, that's your other side. Okay. I'm not sure what the wife. Okay. I'm mixed up. But I can tell you that he made his transition very easily. So he must have been a good man.
Yeah, he was the best.
A kind, good, loving man. And so the purity and the goodness of him was able to have his transition so much easier than some other people who aren't as good and nice and loving. So he's like all excited. So, but his wife is living, right?
Yes.
I feel like you're supposed. Do you talk to her?
I do. My grandma, but they weren't.
They weren't
married,
together.
No.
Okay. I feel. Was there a woman with him? Like
yes,
a girlfriend?
There were a few.
But did he have a girlfriend?
Not that I know of.
Who's
but
Anne?
That's
Anne.
my aunt.
Is Anne his daughter?
No.
Or who's Anne? That's a whole other side of the
The
family?
other side of the family.
Okay, I'm mixed up. You know, guys, sometimes when I read, it's like different radio stations coming in my head at once, and I don't know who's telling me what. But he wants to. So he wants to tell somebody he's okay. So who is that? Your mother?
It's probably my mom.
Is that your mom's dad?
Yeah.
Okay, then it must be your mother.
Okay.
He wants. I know he wants to tell a female he's okay and he loves them, but there's also like another female that he either took care of him or.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Like
I just
there
don't
was
know
a-
her name. Her name might be Anne.
There's somebody that took care of him and he's grateful for that. But he was fun.
Yeah, really cool.
He was fun, but I also feel like he felt bad about what he did to your grandma.
Mm-hmm.
He says he knows he didn't do right by her.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense.
He knows he didn't do right by her, and he's showing me a church. So I don't know if your grandma went to a church or she's religious and he wasn't, or she was religious or he didn't live with a clear conscience always.
Maybe, yeah, she's
Did
really
he
involved.
cheat on her?
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. He knows he was wrong. He did wrong by her is the way I'm hearing it. He did wrong by her. And he hopes she forgives him.
Yeah. I'm sure she does.
Do you think she forgives him?
Because it was kind of a two-way street. My mom always says her parents were...
They were floozies.
They were married when they were together, but not to each other
Okay.
when she was born.
That's so funny. I like your mom.
She's awesome.
Yeah, your mom's going to be your best friend.
Yeah.
And your mom's going to help support you with your mission and with your goals. And did you just have new pictures taken, new photos? Or are you having new photos taken?
Yeah.
You just had new photos?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see that. Are you making like a website or a...
I'm about to make a website, but I just put it on Instagram.
You need to make a website, and you also need to do your... Is your Facebook yours or your Twitter, is it all yours? Your Instagrams, are they all in your name and you own them?
Yes.
Make sure you always own them and nobody else tries to negotiate any deals you're doing where they get to have a piece of it.
Wow. Okay.
Did this already happen?
No, but it's like in the process of maybe about to happen.
Well, I'll tell you why. We're like in the wild, wild west right now with internet and with Facebook and social media, and we haven't caught up with the lawyers and the rules and the powerhouses or who's going to control what. We haven't caught up yet. So now in the wild, wild west, you make sure you keep everything that's yours and you document everything that's yours.
Okay.
That you keep it yours. Do you know? I'm getting a name with an L, or Gala, or.
Can I say the name?
Yeah.
Leighton,
maybe. Who is that?
It's a guy.
I don't know. Who is that? Is it a boyfriend?
Not necessarily, but we've dated.
He likes you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting an L. I didn't know the name. I think he likes you, but I think he might be a little afraid of you.
Really?
You might be like wiser than him, or
Yeah. Wow, that's weird.
he might be a bit immature.
Okay.
But I think he gets afraid of you because you're very insightful. You're very intuitive, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, are you one of those indigo kids? When were you born?
February.
No.
Oh,
What year?
1994.
I just interviewed a girl who just said it was the 1994 that was indigo children, and that's where the cutoff was. And I'm telling you, you're one of those people. Don't ever doubt your intuition. Don't ever doubt your gut. Always act on it. You have an insight and you're open to it. You're open to all this stuff. I feel like you're an old soul and you've lived other lifetimes.
Totally.
So many other lifetimes. But do you know any of the lifetimes? Do you have any affinity towards Egypt or any affinity towards anything that was priestess or priest or I don't know. I'm getting something in another lifetime that's like. Do you have a need to help others?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel like you're gonna do that in time. I feel like you're gonna be able to help others. And did you move recently, or are you moving, or are you wanting to move?
I'm about to move.
You're about to move.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like it's good. Are you moving with someone?
No.
You're on your own?
Mm-hmm.
Good. I think you're going to be better on your own.
Okay.
But what's with the car? Was your car broken?
Oh, I need to get my tires fixed and the light fixed.
You need to be safe. I want to protect you, and I don't know why. I want to protect your car. I want to protect you. I don't want you to be so vulnerable or trusting. Are you very trusting with everybody? Don't be so trusting.
That's a big one.
Don't be so trusting. You know, you've got to realize you're the prize. Anybody who gets to be friends with you or work with you or be with you, you're the prize. Mm. You're very, very special. I want to protect you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But, Patty Negri, who was on my show, and she taught us to put ourselves in I believe in a lot of white light energy and white light protection. Uh-huh. So imagine you're lit up like the sun, and I always tell people to take those lights and swirl them around you like a tornado, and anything dark or negative, send it back to where it came from. But also put yourself in an egg that's mirrored. So anything dark or negative that bounces off the mirror will go back to where it came from. So keep yourself in that. Don't be so vulnerable, though.
Okay.
Don't be so vulnerable. You got to play the devil's advocate. I'm not telling you not to be open or, be proactive about the things you want to do with your career and everything else. But I feel like you need to. I just want you to be protected. That's all. I just want you to use your gut. You'll always be guided. You'll always be protected. You'll always be guided. But I feel like there's going to be another guy that comes around you. I don't think you've met the guy yet.
Oh my God. Okay, so someone else told me that was going to happen and I haven't met them, and that not to sleep with the person because they were going to give me a deadly disease. That's what someone told me. But they said it was going to be someone that I trust professionally that will open
I don't know because that's not my message.
Okay.
But I don't know. Use a condom. I don't know.
Dodge that bullet.
I don't know what to tell you. Be careful. But I do see that there's another guy.
Oh, God.
I see another guy coming around you. But you know what? Just remember, it's not, just remember this as I leave you. It's not about, aren't I lucky? He likes me. That's not how you have to do it. You have to go, isn't he lucky that he's going to have me?
Okay.
And that's the attitude. Did you have any issues with your dad?
No, not really.
Are you close with him?
We're close.
Is he protective of you?
Yeah.
Too protective, or
not too? He's not overprotective, but he is protective of me. Yeah.
So he's a good guy, your daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you got a good daddy. And so you have a great dad and a great mom.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe what the issue will be is that you're so trusting and loving because you think everybody's like you and your family, and they're not. Maybe that's the lesson you need to learn.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're not. You're woven from a certain cloth, and not. In fact, the majority are not like you. So as long as you know that, you'll be fine. You'll be good.
Okay.
I'm excited for you though because your career is going to take off. And the social media stuff is really, really, really good. Do you sing at all?
I do. I mean, not like Whitney Houston, but in the shower. Woo! Watch out.
I feel like you should take singing lessons.
Okay.
I think it'd be good for you, even energetically. You've thought of it.
Oh yeah.
And acting. You're going to do something acting.
Okay, good. That's the
Wait,
plan.
but you don't have an agent.
No.
Okay, so we have to get you an agent. Anybody watching that's an agent who's honest and doesn't have a disease, call us. So how can people reach you on your social media stuff?
Twitter, Instagram, I'm Drew __Dorsey. Both of those.
You got that, guys?
Snapchat.
Oh, let's take an Instagram picture, because I have Instagram now. Can we do that?
And I can tag you in it.
Okay. Oh, I'm so excited.
Let's do it.
I'm so excited. I'm learning.
We gotta do it.
Okay. Well, I think this is it. We're gonna wrap up CharVision today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me and Sunny and my work. And if I leave you with anything, listen to your intuition. Go with your gut. Intuition will take you places logic never could. We'll see you next week. I love you. Bye-bye.